Hi, welcome to BNB IT Service. In this video, we are going to start one of the most important parts of web development, and that's the language HTML. So here's a question. Have you ever wondered how exactly web pages were made? You may be going through several web pages a day and getting wondered what goes on behind the scene. Well, introducing HTML. HTML is a language for building web pages. HTML is the backbone of almost 94% of web page on the internet. So why HTML? HTML let us build our own web page and easily share our ideas and creation to the entire world. Web page has become incredibly variable now in our society for spreading information, ideas, for others to share their creations, for groups to get together and organize. Web page are now the new way for information to be shared between people. Let's take a deep think about these websites. Facebook, Google, and every web page you see on the internet. They were built by people who learned HTML. That is what we are going to do today to start learning HTML. The most incredible thing about HTML is that once you build a single HTML document, any browser on any device can display the HTML document as a beautiful web page. It doesn't matter whether the browser is found on your tablet, on your computer, or even on your smartphone. A browser is any application that can read an HTML document and display it on the web page. So, what exactly is HTML? HTML is an acronym for Hypertext Markup Language. And what are these words? Hypertext. Hypertext is a text displayed on a computer that have link to other documents. HTML documents are interconnected by clicking on the link, and the markup language tells the browser how the content should be displayed, whether the content is a header or the content is a paragraph or they are a link. So, how does HTML mark up the text of a web page? HTML uses tags to mark up the text of a document in order to tell the browser how the text should be displayed. HTML is made up of several tags that mark up the content of the web page. HTML is just a normal text plus these markup tags. So, how exactly does HTML tag look like? HTML tags are enclosed in angle brackets. Let's see an example here. That's the H1 tag. HTML tags are not displayed on the resulting web page. They are just the skeletal parts of it that tells the browser about how the text should be displayed. So let's see our first HTML tag. And these are our H1 tag and our paragraph tag. The name of the tag goes in between the brackets. In HTML, we have an opening and closing tag. Note that the closing tag looks exactly as the opening tag, just that the closing tag is having a backslash before the tag name. Now in between the opening and the closing tag, there is the actual text. or the contents that will be displayed on the web browser. So now, in our H1 tag, this is our web page header will be affected by the H1 tag, and my first paragraph will also be affected by the paragraph tag. So from here, before we get to the coding aspect, we have to get our text editor. We have so many text editors out there. We have Notepad, we have Notepad++, we have Sublime Text, but we are going to use Sublime Text in this our entire course. So let's quickly switch to our Chrome browser and start downloading the Sublime Text editor.